Hi everyone, this is Caroline from Plain Simple Marketing, and today I'm going to question on whether or not it is really important to have a niche to grow a business through the power of the internet. You see, I myself have struggled with this topic for so many years. When I first found out that I could contribute my articles on the internet and get people to read them, I went completely nuts because I love to write. So I started writing about all the different types of topics in the world. I just wanted people to read them at that point. So I was writing articles in all different directions. I did not really focus on a particular niche. Um, I found that it was really exciting. One day when I woke up, I write about this, and the next day I write about something else, and it goes on and on and on. So when I really started getting serious about blogging, I knew that I had to somehow find a niche, but because of my habit of wanting to write a lot of different topics, following my mood for the day, I started a woman's blog, but the blog was really too broad. So one day I will talk about fashion, the other day I'll talk about easy recipes, the next day about money tips, and the list goes on and on and on. So I kept on writing for my blog. However, I found it difficult to grow a steady following. I wasn't really quite sure back then, but when I started thinking about it, I realized that I did not have the capacity to single-handedly write enough articles on a specific topic to really grow my following. So when people come to my blog, they wouldn't know what I will be talking about on that day. Perhaps the reader would be going to my blog for easy recipes, but they would see money tips instead. So it was just really tough. As the time went by, I realized that I took a lot of time to write every article in my blog because the articles were totally unrelated to one another, and I needed to start doing my research from ground zero every time when I wanted to write an article. And when I wanted to find influencers that I could really follow, it was really hard to find influencers that exactly match the type of topics and the wide, broad niche that I had. So it was really hard. And it was also really hard to grow a following on social media because my niche was not narrow enough. And it came to a point when I really wanted to monetize my blog, but I was unable to pinpoint what my blog readers actually wanted because I focused on too many topics. So I didn't know what sort of lead magnet and what topic that they wanted. And to produce so many lead magnets was practically impossible for me. I knew back then that it was going to be hard to monetize my blog, which had a really broad niche. So my conclusion to you is that you still need a niche, but whether or not you choose a broad niche or a more narrow niche is actually up to you. You have to weigh your capacity of whether or not you are able to meet up with the requirement of completing so many articles on many topics in a broad niche, or to just focus yourself on a more narrow niche. Having a more narrow niche is a really great strategy for you to grow your business on the internet if you're a solopreneur, or if you are a person who is writing all the blog articles by yourself. It's going to be much easier for you. And completing your articles will be so much faster because when you do your research, you can come up with so many blog articles from one session of research. And when you want to find followers, it's gonna be much easier because you can target in a narrower niche and you will hit the right target audience. When finding influencers, it will be also much easier because you can find influencers who are with a narrow niche like you, and you can learn from them. It is easier to grow your business through the internet with a narrow niche rather than a really broad niche first, and slowly widen your niche when you become more established. So my advice to you is weigh out whether or not you have the capacity to straight away start with a broader niche, or to start with a more narrow niche first and slowly broaden your niche. So yes, I would like to throw back this question to you because ultimately the business you have is yours, and the power to grow your business is in your hands. I hope that you found this video helpful to you. If you like it, then please hit on the like button. And if you found it useful, please complete your comments in the comment section below. And if you want to see more of my videos, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button below. Thank you, and I'll speak to you soon.